It's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuits, and we're back, and this isn't quite dry, so I'm going to throw this in front of the fan for a little bit more while I work on the insert piece. I have big hopes for this insert piece. I'm starting out with kind of obnoxious colors. I'm going to mix two pinks and try to get a lot of this with this first. So the first pink I'm using is Cameo Pink. And the second pink I'm using is Pink Parfait. I wanted something in the middle, and I looked through all my paints, and I just didn't, not even in miniature paints did I have something in the middle. And I was sure in that I would, but I didn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these up, and I'm going to try to get my insert painted up. And that tongue. I need some water. There we go. All right. Now I do need to get paint more down in the cracks there some. I didn't mean to overspray too much of my white down in there, but I did. So I'm just going to get my brush real wet and kind of let paint trickle in there and do what it can do for me. And try to make that work. It might be a little brighter in there than I anticipated, but it's better a little brighter than white. So there we go. Now that looks a lot more like a human tongue than a beholder, or not beholder, I'm sorry, just, what do you call these damn things? One of those. Sorry, I can't even think. What do you call these things? Mimic. I definitely need to get more glue down here at the base so this thing does not move around so much while I'm working on it. So I'm just going to get that there and let it kind of sit and cool, and then think about how I'm going to do the next stage. For the next stage, I'm going to have to make a wash. Now I'm looking for a cup. Damn you. I know I have cups somewhere. I saw a bunch earlier. All right, I have this. So we're going to get some wash water, a dab of soap. Way too much soap for this wash. We're going to get a dark red paint. Two of them, actually. Oh, I dropped a chunk in there, which is definitely not what I wanted. We're going to put a tiny dab of rubbing alcohol in there. Maybe like 5 mil. I don't know, 3 mil. I don't know if I'm going to need another red. That might work. Let me get a little bit of this barn red in there. I'm just going to put a tiny bit in there. Let's see if that'll do nice. It might be bad. It might be good. This might work. All right. gonna come back with a dry brush, something real soft. We're gonna lighten that tongue back up some. We got problems here. We're gonna have to get that down and settled for a moment. And then we'll deal with the tongue. For the tongue, I kind of want to just do this pink, actually, this lighter pink. I don't want to have a bunch of color on there. So I'm gonna hit this with the air gun lightly. Okay, not beautiful, but it'll work. Then we're going to get a brush and get in here and hit these teeth. And we're going to start out with one color on these teeth, and that color is going to be this off-white, this mummy robes. Okay. Now, if you want to get lazy, you can leave your teeth right there. But I suggest you don't. I'm going to get a white. I'm going to dry those off, and I'm going to hit them again with a white. White paint. God, I got to go listen to some talking heads now. I just, for some reason, when I said white paint like that, I just imagined the dude from Talking Heads saying it that way. So for my white paint, I'm just going to get a dab of white, and I'm going to lighten that up. And then I'm going to kind of drag it onto the teeth in some spots. Okay, now I want those to be kind of yellowed. And I'm like, you're probably thinking, Doom, yellow, we just made them white. Okay, yeah, we did. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for a color like a caramelly kind of color. We're just going to get a drop of that in here. Just a drop. Okay. Then we're going to use that same kind of gross brush, not gross brush, same kind of brush we just had. We're going to get some water. And then we're going to really make a super thin wash. And it might even be too thin. We're going to hit those teeth with that. And it's important that you get this down into the gum line a little bit. And then if you have any left, just kind of rub it around on the gums. I'm going to make a little bit more of it. Now for the clear coat on this, I am not going to be using my standard matte. I'm going to be using a semi-gloss. I think that standard gloss is going to bring something different to the conversation. Or that semi-gloss, not standard gloss. As far as the way this thing appears. I need to hit that front side a little better. All right, this can go in front of the fan, and let's go get the other piece. I hope this is mostly dry. I have no promises there. But it's had a good, 15 minutes or so down there. So to get this one going, I'm going to get some of my Dollar Tree brown paint. Cheap fat brush. I'm going to get it wet. Unfortunately, my water's pink. I don't think it's going to matter much. Okay. Okay, and once you get most of that color in there, that's not the end of the world. That little bit of mess up there I had where it wasn't quite dry, that shit will dry. Now you want to get a lighter color. I'm getting khaki. I'm getting some more water. And I'm just going to continue with my mock painted desert kind of theme here. And then I'll let that dry in front of the fan. Okay, Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, and all that happy crappy that helps the channel grow. Comments and buying stuff from the website if you can are exceptional. I don't really actually make any money off the website anymore, but that's okay. Just keep buying the miniatures from us. I don't know. My brain just farted and I can't think of what I was saying. Oh yeah, Discord. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh, wait. Let's get a look at those teeth again. So this insert, when it's dry, just slides into the mouth of that cave when it's dry, and it turns from a cave to your mimic. That's how that works. All right, we'll see you next time.